Well, a member of Let's Go Help just notified all the rest of us today to start applying for a grant that's now available for $10,000. It's called Rebuild, and it's VA. See, it's only in Virginia, but I want the rest of everybody else to know about this is the kind of thing that's happening every day. Now, if you go and look at that, here's what it's for. They have $10,000 they're giving out. It's a grant fund called Rebuild VA Grant Fund, a program to help small businesses and nonprofits, remember that, whose normal operations were disrupted by COVID-19, including restaurants, brick and mortar retail, exercise and fitness facilities, personal care, personal grooming services, entertainment, public amusement establishments, and campgrounds. Man, businesses and nonprofits that were approved by the Rebuilding SA may be receive up to 3 times their average monthly eligible expenses up to a maximum of $10,000. So what this is to pay for your expenses. And they have a video here of how to apply. They have a link to, a button to apply. Let's see what this video is a little bit.
The Commonwealth of Virginia is pleased to announce the Rebuild Virginia Small Business Grant Program. The Rebuild Virginia Small Business Grant Fund is designed to support small businesses and nonprofits whose business operations were disrupted due to COVID-19. Businesses and nonprofits that are approved for a Rebuild Virginia grant may receive up to 3 times their average monthly eligible expenses for a maximum of $10,000. The Rebuild Virginia program has been capitalized with $70 million and will provide aid to approximately 7,000 businesses and nonprofits. Half of the program funds will be distributed to eligible small businesses and nonprofits operating in low-income and economically disadvantaged communities. The application will be available starting August 10, 2020. Now let's go over the eligibility requirements and what you need to apply. A business must be in good standing, have an annual gross revenue of no more than $1.5 million in its most recent fiscal year, have no more than 25 employees who reside in Virginia. Businesses must also certify that they have not received funding from the Paycheck Protection Program or funds from local government programs that would cover the same expenses. Eligible entities include those in the following industry sectors: restaurant and beverage service, non-essential retail, exercise and fitness, personal care and personal grooming, entertainment and public amusement, and private campgrounds. The grant funding will be utilized for the following eligible expenses: payroll support, including paid sick, medical, or family leave, and costs related to the continuation of group health care benefits during those periods of leave, employee salaries, mortgage payments, rent, utilities, eligible personal protective equipment, cleaning and disinfecting materials, or other working capital needed to address the COVID-19 response. Principal and interest payments for any business loans that were incurred before or during the emergency from national or state chartered banking, savings and loan institutions, or credit unions. An eligible small business means a corporation, pass-through entity, or other entity, including sole proprietorships and 501c3 organizations. Once you open the portal, you will not be able to save and restart an application, so it is important to be prepared. Please have the following documents available: the SCC Certificate of Good Standing, incorporation documents for your business or nonprofit, current owner photo ID. Examples include Virginia driver's license, Virginia Real ID, permanent resident card, or passport. Commonwealth of Virginia W-9 form, documentation demonstrating qualifying salary or payroll, supporting expense documentation, including mortgage statement, lease agreement, utility bills, or invoices. Copies of 2019 federal income tax returns. If your 2019 federal income tax return has not been filed, submit a year-end profit and loss statement and balance sheet for 2019. Please make sure the attachments are clear and easy to read. The online application will become available on August 10th, 2020. We will also be accepting paper applications by mail at the Virginia Department of Small Business and Supplier Diversity.
Wow. Well, that's it. Another thing you should be, first of all those documents. I mean, it said you needed incorporation papers, but it said you don't have to be incorporated. So they're flexible, obviously. So you got to figure that out when you start applying. That means asking questions, okay? And particularly if you're in Virginia, what you do, if you can't get them, you contact the local small SBDC, Small Business Development Center. And they probably know the answers to all those questions too, because, they would. Okay, here's another thing. You want to know about things like this in your state before they come available. Here's what you do. You go to Google and you want to look for Google Alerts, ALERTS, okay? So then you get Alerts Google. Now, what do you want to learn? Okay, maybe business or whatever you want. Grant. Or actually for COVID, because that's the new stuff, and that'll eliminate a lot of other junk of people trying to sell you stuff. So if you put business grant COVID, now create an alert. Here it is. You click that. Now you show options here. You want it daily? Everything here, only best of everything. You could almost leave all those alone. But actually, language sources, delivery, how many? Okay. So in other words, what you're going to get are just the new ones. See, this is every day, at most once a day. This is a daily thing you're going to get. So you create the alert. So now business grant COVID, you're going to get those. You're not going to get anything that's in the internet now. You're going to get everything that started in the internet yesterday. Okay. And you'll get them in the morning or today. All those will come into your mailbox in the morning. Okay. Now, another way you could use this is go back. Okay. What did I miss? Whoops. Besides miss my glasses, they fell down. Now, another way to search what has happened recently. Maybe you missed something in the last couple of weeks or something. Okay, you put business, COVID, grants, and maybe Virginia. Because see, like this one, or the one we just talked about, that I forget the name of it, but the new one that came out today, that will not be in your Google list in your email tomorrow. It'll be anything that started today. See, this actually went on the internet yesterday, so that's why it's there. Okay, so if you Google just business COVID grants Virginia, and you do that, now, what do you got here? You got 61 million. Oh my God. You don't know what the hell to do with that. So you want to go over here to settings, go down to advanced search, and down here, see it says language, it says region, it says last update anytime. No. You don't want anytime. You want maybe like the past month. So just things that happened in the past month. That's the new stuff. Old stuff you don't want to see, the money's gone. Okay, so now here are all the new things for business grants that are new in the last month. Okay, that's what you want. Okay. And then what you do another one with, instead of grants, you put relief. You put, different names like that. I think two good ones are grants, relief, and just nothing, and see what comes out. You have to use more than one thing. And the same thing for doing alerts. Do 2, 3, 4 different kinds of alerts, to make sure. Because you don't want to limit it, because they may be giving away free boats. And you're going to lose that. You want the cars, too, that they're giving away. You're going to lose it if you put grants. See? So that's why you have to do different stuff. that may. So assistance is good for things. That's a good word. Relief is another good word. Okay, so that's how to find the good stuff. Now I got to get back and answer questions from Let's Go Help.